please subscribe, and if you can, PayPal. Keep us on the air. Well, a lot of people are concerned about the Trudeau taxes and high prices. There's no question about that. But another big concern, whether you are in a tiny hamlet, a tiny town, or a big city, is crime, punishment, law and order. Ginny Roth is a conservative activist, smart woman. She's with Crestview Strategies, and she joins me right now because I want to put the question to you. You're hoping the Conservatives win the next election. Liberals have done nothing about crime anywhere on the streets, and you know about crime in the streets. Particularly, tell me what you think they should do about bail. People going through the revolving door, in and out.
Yeah, catch and release, as Pierre Poilievre calls it. If you talk to law enforcement, they will tell you the people who commit the majority of violent crimes are the same people over and over and over again. Right. They will sometimes arrest someone only to have to rearrest them in the same afternoon, in the same day, because the Trudeau bail policy is so bad that they're just letting people out. I live in Leslieville, where a woman was gunned down at the corner because of a bunch of bad progressive policies. So-called safe injection sites that, of course, attract drug users, and then the drug dealers who abuse those people and sell drugs to them. Sadly, some of those drug dealers got into an issue. A woman was gunned down and killed. Well, it turns out one of the guys charged out on bail. So, it's, I think, crystal clear to Canadians now that the bail reform has to change. The government is trying to change its own legislation. It probably won't be good enough, and I think the only way to fix it is to elect a conservative
government. Well, as a former AG introduced something that was very ineffective. I know I'm a lawyer. I've talked to a lot of other lawyers about that. But so you're telling me the Conservative Party has the will and also the guts to do something about this? Because there's going to be a lot of people saying, oh, somebody's going to be innocent and let out.
Well, I think Conservatives under previous leadership were freaked out because the Liberals made it all about guns and you don't want to have gun control and you want guns to be. I mean, guns aren't the problem, clearly. The problem is the criminals in Canada. We have really restrictive gun law as it is, and I think
those guns are not the problem. It's the guns that are brought in the trunk of a car from Buffalo.
Come up the border, exactly. And I think Poilievre has had the courage to say, let's talk about what this really is, which is bail reform. And yeah, we can talk about victims, but let's talk about the real victims, the people who are being victimized by the criminals. Do you remember the Indigenous woman who was injured by someone throwing a trailer hitch?
Yes.
Just recently, that person got released. They're out of jail. They're free to roam the streets. And so, you want to talk about victims. The Liberals say they care about minority communities who've suffered in Canada. That's who's victimized by criminals. So I think bail reform is what everyone wants to see.
Well, that's good to hear, because I know a lot of people are just sick and tired of the insecurity of living in a country where criminals are out, as you say, the next day. Or arrest them in the morning, quick hearing, you're out this afternoon, another crime that night. Ginny Roth, thank you very much for joining us. 4 minutes. Oh, 3 minutes. Leave that on, that's fine. Liberties and freedom of speech are under attack in Canada like never before. So let's keep this discussion on the air. PayPal, write a check, and please include your address so I can write a thank you letter to you. And ask your friends, please subscribe. It's important to keep this on the air. And thank you.